Inda. Bagamini.
Was my cousin a good driver? You know, you're the first guest who we've had to pick up from home.
Well, I would have rather walked.
You can't walk from Centurion to here.
Well, you know, your cousin wouldn't stop talking.
Is it?
Going on by, he wants to date older women. And did you just fart?
No, it's the thing.
Damn.
You never know.
Damn. Invite her to Yeah. So yeah, no, he was hitting on me.
Yeah. What does he say?
He's on some, hey man, I want you to teach me. I want you to like ride me. I'm like, hi, Buddha Nkwazi. I said, no, I'm like, whoa.
But have you ever been with a Benton?
Of course.
Nah.
Because you can teach them things.
Nah.
And they're over eager to please. And you can teach them that, you know, nobody wants the tongue in their ear.
Yeah.
And also, you know, foreplay, baby.
Yeah.
On some like eat like a mango. Okay. And breathing is overrated.
Yeah.
So like stay down there.
What would you teach me? Because I've learned a couple of things.
The thing is, you're so sleazy though, babe.
What do you mean?
I mean, look at those eyes. You'd probably teach me. You'd probably teach me. No, babe, the same story. Mango, mangoes. Eat like a mango and you're fine.
You know, it's so crazy. The older we get, and we realize that, you know, that's all it is. That's all it takes.
And also, the older we get, we realize that we don't have to have sexual intercourse or relations with someone and suddenly be in love. I'm in love with you. Phone me every single day. You can have casual sex. Obviously not now because it's COVID. But you know, we need to be mature about these things. We need to stop falling in love all the time.
Yeah.
And it's you know they say mostly it's women, but in my case, mostly it's men, young men.
Who's servicing you now?
I haven't been serviced in a while.
For real?
Oh, no, my vibrators. I mean, are you crazy? My vibrators, yeah.
That's not the same.
It's perfect. A vibrator is incredible because after you have...
Yeah.
There's no like, Unjani honey, how was your day? Okay, was that good? Okay, no baby. No, none of that nonsense. You just, you go have a shower and you sleep.
I heard you brought Saul's twin. Some in your bag.
I did. Oh, here it is.
Yes.
Why do you say that's my twin?
Well, a couple of years ago, I saw your peni. I can't call it a penis. I mean, that would be just like a joke. I saw your peni on TV, and I was shocked.
I'm a grower, not a shower. And you saw my penis when I was taking a bath on Big Brother, and it was flaccid, and it was not erect.
Babe, I've
Full of
spoken to people. Apparently, it's always flaccid.
Ooh!
I'm joking. I love you. I'm joking. Forgive me. I apologize. Take your penis.
Saul, pendula.
No, I apologize, Lala. I just couldn't resist.
What are you doing with this? What is this thing?
Nina she went to Japan and she brought us all penises.
Yeah.
Because she'd heard enough, she'd heard enough about our vibrators and she'd had enough of us using vibrators. So she brought us soap. So obviously you can't use soap.
And she's actually got a point because in the whole crew there, you guys weren't getting chowed. Bobby was like...
Babe, we were just like, well, I don't know about the other girls, but I had my vibrator.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fabulous.
Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a podcast and chill. Hanging out with, I don't even know what to call you, man. You're a journalist or you're
oh my gosh, my boobs are everywhere.
You're a broadcaster.
Call me a boob girl.
Boob girl.
Yeah.
Kuli Roberts in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. Make some motherfucking noise.
Nice to see a girl in studio. Just like men everywhere.
And you said, who would you chow in the crew? What did you say?
I said I'd start with the yellow ones first.
Yeah?
Because they're weak.
That's Neo?
Yeah, they're weak. Neo, he'd probably cry and ask for his mother.
Oh, he's yellow. Aya's yellow. He's the yellowest.
Oh, that one will ask me for lunches. Please call me. So no, it's not happening. But he's a bit hard.
So, you know, every time we shoot an episode, we'll always try to start with, you know, your background, your upbringing. So how was it during apartheid?
It was hideous, where you felt like you were subhuman. You were not human. You were told where to sit, or you were told where to go to school. You were told where to live.
So you were in it. In, in it, in it.
Well, I was. I'm turning 50, so next year. So I was in it. But I had my parents did the whole four-tier thing. After they finished with four-tier, they went to the United States to study in Seattle. And
What's four-tier?
Fortier.
Fortier, what's
Yeah,
that?
university.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's in the previous Cisco, now called, it's in Alice, it's in the Eastern Cape.
Okay.
Fortier University.
Yeah.
So they completed Fortier, and obviously they weren't allowed to go to other universities, the so-called white universities. So they ended up in the United States, and they left me here, and I went to school in Athlone, a colored school. And
Who are you staying with there?
Who was I staying with? I was staying with helpers and drivers.
Oh, shit.
Because my parents were in America. My grandparents were all over the globe, because my aunt was in London, my other aunt was in Southampton, and my other aunt was somewhere else in America. So I was
with Luby this time?
no, I was not with Kuli. She was in America.
Oh.
She was in America.
She was the chosen one.
She was the chosen one. Mom. It was so cute, because I remember that day my grandmother putting on a wig on Uhlubi. And so I'm like, "Hayi lo mntana makabona kaba black American." Bangambambi. I'm like, "Oh." But it was lovely. So baby went. She was a baby. I mean, I was probably like, what, 5 or 6.
But you're the younger sister, though.
Older.
Older. Oh, okay.
Older. So so she went, and I stayed behind with the helpers, and I went to school in Athlone, Riverside, a colored school, a Seventh-day Adventist school, and then the school ended at 2. Black drivers, as you know, I apologize for the generalization, but our drivers in Glini, instead of picking me up at 2, they'd pick me up at like 5, because they're busy jollering with the matriculants.
Hey.
Yes. So then what happened was the colored family that lived on the premises decided, but no, this kid is not going to be stuck here waiting every single day. Let her come. So then they brought me into their house, they bathed me, they gave me Nelson Mandela a hairstyle, because they didn't know what to do with my hair, because they had like white people's hair, straight hair. And after that, my parents came back from, after that school, I went to another Seventh-day Adventist school, another boarding school, and then after that, my parents came back from America, and was like, "Oh my gosh, we missed you so much. There's another boarding school we found for you." So I went to another boarding school.
They shipped you away.
They shipped me away. I think they shipped me away because, I don't know. I mean, I don't want to get into it, but they shipped me away because they were fine, and I had a routine.
So you never had a relationship with them?
Well, they were overseas, and I was in boarding schools, So I basically.
And the helper becomes your mother. The driver becomes your father.
Exactly. Now you understand why I the car situation.
Yes.
Now you understand. A woman who's been helping me for 13 years cannot lose her job. Because I've lost my job.
Yeah.
So what I decided to do was get rid of my car so she could keep her job.
Just to give context, when she lost the Training SA gig, so she had to choose between a car. What car were you driving that time?
A Porsche.
A Porsche?
Yes.
Ooh.
4x4.
Training SA was paying that much.
Hello, baby. Why do you think they got rid of us? They couldn't afford us.
So she had to choose between the Porsche and a helper. Which one are you going to choose?
And the helper's been there for 15 years. You get rid of the car.
Obviously.
You get rid of the car. So you got no car now.
So I got no car. I haven't had a car. Well, my other car I gave to my daughter because, that's what mothers do. You give them, give them things.
Yeah.
So I use Ubers, and people laugh about, "Oh, Kuli Roberts, I got a motor." It's like, "Woo, dude, that's okay. I look like this."
Yeah.
I don't need a car.
When did you start liking white men?
When did I start liking white men? Obviously, I'm not one of those people who says I don't see color. I went to school with white men. I went to school with colored men. I went to school with black men. And because black people are so, are such colorists, being this dark was a problem.
For real?
Being this dark was a problem.
Back then.
I mean, back then you would see like umfazi with a pink face and a black hand. People were maybe chaser. They were using that hydroquinone. They were bleaching. What you see now is nothing. They've been doing it. So I don't think black guys were really into me because I was dark and I was loud and I'm a bit strange, and also I'm not the kind of girlfriend who's gonna want to stay with you when we're at a rave. I want to be there and see what's happening. Do you know what I mean? So then I started hanging out with other races.
Yeah.
And it wasn't like, oh my gosh. It was like, oh my gosh, it's a different race. It was just like, it's a different guy, I mean, the first white guy that I ever dated was American, and he got They got he got suspended for being dodgy.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah.
And remember, tell me about the story where you went to Germany for your boyfriend.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, no. So I was at UCT, right? I was at UCT. I was dating this amazing German guy. His
How
name
do you even find him? Because there's no Tinder back then. There's no internet.
No, babe. I was at UCT. We were both at UCT. We were students at the University of Cape Town.
Yeah.
So I'd see him on campus and he'd see me. And then one evening we were at the Baxter Theatre and I was drinking with my friends and I saw him sitting with a friend of his and next to the toilet.
Yeah.
So ndamdlula and I sorry, Puti. I'll give you a kiss if you give me a cigarette. Ati, I don't smoke. Did you my kiss? I still want my kiss. and that's how we hooked up. Yeah. And then we fell in love and we were in love and we were inseparable and we were at varsity. And then he had to go back to Germany and I was like, I'm not gonna let my boy go. And I had every intention of seeing him. So I flew to Germany and I told my parents that I was writing a supplementary exam at UCT. So I would phone them on some, it's a bad line, static. Meanwhile, I'm like, ich kommen. Ich kommen.
What does that mean?
I'm arriving.
Oh, I'm coming.
Schnell.
Where's that nigga right now?
Oh my gosh. He still follows me on Facebook and I know on Twitter. And, he's just aged very badly. So I don't acknowledge him because, that was the 90s. So why am I acknowledging him? He's going to think I'm a stalker. Yeah. So, he's got a wife and I've left him alone and, he looks like a dog. So what am I going to do? Go around talking to grenades. Hey, grenade, how you doing?
Yeah. And you studied politics, ne?
I did politics. I did political analysis until my third year, and I had two majors, history and political analysis. And in my third year, I went into that class, that tutorial, the lecture hall, and I was sitting there like this, like, what the hell are they saying? What are they saying? And of course, the student representative council guys. Once I'm like, I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't. This is not me. So I left political analysis because I just, I didn't get it. It was just not for me. So I stuck with history, and that's what I majored in.
Because you've always loved writing.
I've always loved writing, and my thesis was about gossip. It was about Lady Anne Barnard and how she used to write letters to Britain, telling them what was happening in the Cape. So I've always loved gossip. So naturally, when I finished varsity, about 2 weeks after graduating, I went straight to the ANC offices and I said, I've had a wonderful life. I've had a privileged life. I've been to private schools. I'm here to give back. This is me 7 months pregnant, wanting to give back. And they're like, but we've got no positions for women who are 7 months pregnant. And then eventually they just gave me a position as a volunteer. A volunteer sitting in the office doing not much, but, just to shut me up. Because I was like, I need to be helpful. I need to give back to my people. And then after giving birth, I went back to the ANC and there wasn't really much for me to do. So then I ended up at Fair Lady with white girls again.
What was your dad's relationship with ANC? How was it like?
My father was the kind of father, when they were in America, he would be writing letters to people like Yoko Ono and celebrities, telling them to abolish apartheid. Yes. My father was deep in the ANC. What? Deep.
You know Mandela, everything.
Mandela, Oliver Tambo, all of them.
Zuma.
What did Zahara say? Loli. No, so he kept most of them. To all of them. My dad he's an incredible professor. He's an incredible man, a very, very gentle man.
Yeah. Do you still go back to the supermarket your grandparents owned?
I can't because now it's Pick and Pay. Like in the township, everything's Pick and Pay. Blah blah. No, listen, my family still owns them, but Pick and Pay runs them. Yeah, because my grandmother had a lot of money. She had a lot of money, and what she did was she was very clever. She bought in all these areas where we couldn't buy as black people. She got Jews. She's like, here's the cash. You sell me. I buy. We work together with supermarkets. Here's the cash. Go and buy that house and bring everything in my name. So then that's when she started collecting her properties. That's why in 2021 she still has Landuza properties and she still has her supermarkets.
That's crazy, right?
Yeah.
No wonder you can get away with all the shit that you do.
I don't
You got a
get away
supermarket
with
to go
anything.
to.
No, it's not that. I don't rely on anything. And I don't want to get into trouble for anything. I'm just honest and maybe I'm inappropriate, but I don't intend to get into trouble.
What did you do with the money they left you?
What did I do with the money they left me? Well, we went shopping. We went to Paris. We went to Switzerland. We went on a European vacation.
This is your grandparents' hard-earned money.
Yeah, but they had a lot of it. I mean, there was a lot of it. It had to be spent. I mean, my grandmother had so much money, she'd be like, I'd be taking you to San Francisco with me, but I can't take you because you're nqena. Awufuna ungincedisa xa ndisithi ndifuna ukuphakama. Ndithi kaloku ukhona nje usithi take her to San Francisco. I'll watch you guys or I'll look at the pictures when you come back.
Yeah. That's crazy, man.
But it was a wonderful life. I mean, obviously it had its bitter moments as well. I remember when I used to be punished for I think I was about 7 or 9, I don't know, or 8 or 10 or 11. I was young. I'd be punished I'd be banned. I'd be punished. I'd be banished to the rural areas. Kuthiwa noma kula uvula i-presents, Christmas before Christmas, sizakupanisha, sizakusa kwabantu that you have never met before. Obviously, I'd never met them before, so I'd be like, okay. And I'd end up going with the driver, and he'd drop me off at Dickens in Alice, rural areas. We would be Sisinda. We would be looking basically. Rural areas, herding cattle, getting firewood, the whole works. And obviously being Kuli rubbers, that was like, woohoo, adventure. Yeah. Following year, noma kula usile ndzakusa kwabantu ongabaziyo. I'm like, can we go? Third year, can we just go?
Yeah.
Like, and then that's when, I think that's another reason why they kept me at Landuza
But what are you doing to get banned at such a young kid, bro?
My family used to buy real Christmas trees, like the real tree.
Yeah.
And then there'd be like hundreds of presents on the tree.
The tree, yeah.
I'm 9 years old. Obviously, I'm going to open them.
Yeah.
I mean, and then they put the tree up on the 22nd.
Yeah.
So obviously, I'm going to open them.
They were petty, man.
They were petty.
They were very petty.
So, and then I enjoyed the rural areas, and I think I got myself a boyfriend there. That's why I kept on going every single year. So I'm like, oh, I'm going to open something. Granny, I've done it!
You know, my grandfather also owned a supermarket. And you know what?
Did you work there?
Yeah, I did.
Wasn't it fabulous?
It was fabulous. And what you get to learn is that everyone is the same. Whether
Ubuntu mtasekhaya. That's why no one is beneath me or above me.
Exactly.
That's why I have no problems not having a car, because I mean my grandparents were driving German and in cars in the 70s. Why would I care about a car? I've lived all over the world. I know how to use great public transportation. If there's great public transportation, you don't need a car. I mean, I'm not scared that someone's gonna like hijack my car, and when they call me about paying for insurance and paying for, I'm just like, leave me alone. I'm not involved in those things. I don't want a car. It's not my life. I mean, in Rome, the last overseas trip was Rome. They have these little smart cars, and you just you download the app, and you give them your credit card details, and they give you access to the smart car, and you find it wherever in Rome, next to the Colosseum. It will be parked there. You punch in your numbers, and the car opens. You get the keys, and you drive. Yes, and you drive the car, and then when you finish using the car, you dump it wherever.
Hey, and they say they would take all the cars, eh? That would never happen in
anything. So basically, if you've got a great Landuza transportation system, it's not an issue. And also, I work from home. Why do I need a car?
Yeah.
Well, I suppose I need to go and like vaccine and stuff like that. But I use
Are you vaccinated?
I had to. I've got kids. I've got a grandkid.
Yeah.
I had to.
Yeah.
I can't bounce. I'm like, I'm an anti-vaxxer. No, please.
Let's talk about journalism. When you get into journalism.
When did I get into journalism? I think when I was at varsity with the whole lady Anne Barnard.
Where did you go to varsity with like famous people that we might know?
Who did I go to varsity? I went to school with Ngosinathi Biko. I went to school with Tiko Thomas. I went to varsity with a lot of actresses. Pumla Gola, I went to varsity with. She's an author. Florence Masebe, I went to.
How was Florence in
She was exactly the same. She was wonderful. She was wonderful. She was when you get negative vibes from people.
Yes.
In the 30 years in the 27, I don't know, 100 years I've known Florence. Am I allowed to say fuck?
Yeah.
I apologize for saying fuck.
Fuck that.
Fuck. So in all those years, she's always just been like positive and a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful soul. Beautiful. Fat Joe was there with the accent.
How was he?
He was exactly the same, like bubbly and accent and big lips.
He told us he used to do crazy parties during varsity.
Yeah, we did crazy parties. I remember there was a there was one party at the Mound, and I think he was MC. No, Varsity was fantastic. Varsity was awesome. I mean, I'm trying to think who else I was Varsity with, and they're gonna think that I can't remember. But I was at Varsity with some fabulous people.
And then drum calls you up.
No. I was at Varsity. As soon as I completed Varsity, 2 weeks after I completed Varsity, I went to the ANC to beg.
Oh yes, when you were pregnant, 7 months.
I went to the ANC and I said, I need to be useful, make me useful. And I was 7 months pregnant, so I mean, they couldn't really make me useful. So then after giving birth, I went to Fair Lady, and I started off at Fair Lady. And the great thing about Fair Lady was I found myself very useful because at Fair Lady, it was completely white. And how they illustrated black people, they used West Africans. And as a black South African, I was like, no.
This is what's happening.
This is what's happening. And I understand why you don't know, because you've been excluding us, and you've been hating us, and you've been saying that we are stupid and demeaning us. And black South Africans don't look like this. These are black Americans, or these are West Africans. So I was part in that transformation, and I'm quite proud of myself there.
So when do you get to drum then?
When did I get to drum? So after Fair Lady. What happened to Fair Lady?
I love the way you repeat my question.
Yes.
And then you answer.
So what happened with Fair Lady? With Fair Lady, they said to me, Kuli Roberts, we love you. What we want you to do is we want you to work in every single department, and then you must choose which department you want to go into. So I said, yeah, great. I love it. So then as soon as I finished, I was like, I want to go to drum. Because same story at drum. There were no black people.
For real? When it started?
No, drum in Cape Town. Not drum in Johannesburg.
Okay.
Drum in Johannesburg was all about Sapphire Town. And Drum in Cape Town, Ngabelungu. So obviously, I needed to bring the black products, the black like me's, the dark and lovelies, the black foundations. I needed to start from scratch. The hair products, the stock, the plea for us to have our flesh-colored stockings instead of our mothers and grandmothers wearing those grey things. And so I had a role to play as a black person.
And you did it.
And I did it. I was teaching them about being black, that you can't just, you don't take a white doll and flatten its nose and say, oh, now there's a black doll. No. There's much more to us than that.
And it still happens today.
Exactly.
Bro.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'm very proud of my drum days. I mean, the only thing that upsets me working at drum was when we had to play assistant to black beauty editors, because every single time a black woman won Miss South Africa, they were automatically made drum beauty editor, while drum had a beauty editor who was Kuli Roberts. But I was under the assumption that they probably thought I was mixed race, and they had to have a black person. Then I'm like, I'm black. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
So that pissed me off. So every single year I would beg and I would pray to God, let a white person win, please, Jesus Christ. Let a white person win, because I do not want to be, I don't want to be demeaned.
Yeah.
Because I'm doing the work.
So when did you become Shwashwi?
Who says I was Shwashwi?
Like everybody thinks you were Shwashwi.
I know everyone thinks I'm Shwashwi because they want a villain.
Wasn't it Sonia Mtang? Because I used to drive her, by the way.
I don't know if it was Sonia Mtang.
You know Sonia?
I love Sonia Mtang. I love you, Sonia. Where's my camera? I gotta tell her I love her. I love you, Sonia. I love you, Pelele. You said I was mentioning you. I mean, my friends are peasants. They want to be mentioned on air. Anyway.
It's Sonia Mtang, ne?
Yeah, Sonia Mtang was fantastic. She was, I don't know if she wrote Shwashwi. I have no idea if she wrote Shwashwi. I don't know if I saw her write Shwashwi. I obviously saw her writing a lot of things, but I don't know if it was Shwashwi. Yeah. I think if you look at Shwashwi, it's various genres. So I think it's everyone just contributes.
What's the craziest thing
everyone
that's happening
contributes.
right now?
What's happening?
I get it. Obviously, we've got a podcast, right?
Yes.
And then myself and Sol were once part of the industry.
Yes.
And then we got blacklisted, like I'm sure you have in your career.
Well, yeah.
And we're tossed aside, right?
Yeah.
So now we're doing this podcast.
Yeah.
Where, like, let's say, give me an artist, Sol.
Big Zulu
releases an album.
Yeah.
And then we have to be honest to our audience, right?
Yeah.
And say, okay, cool, the album is hot or not.
Yeah.
Because that's our job.
Yeah.
And then if you say it's trash, you'll get Big Zulu calling you saying, Marawa.
No, but that's content, Lala. Record him. When they do that, that's content. Record him. And so I'm like, your celebrities are so brave. Here's a segment. And then you have a recording of him going, how can you give me such bad publicity? I worked so hard on it.
That's unethical, man. It's unethical.
But it's honest.
But it's honest.
It's the truth.
It's the truth. You want content. Mm-hmm. Put a disclaimer.
Did you ever go through that when you were writing your pieces?
No. I was, I got into trouble for the colored piece that I wrote. And basically, people wanted me to write about shacks, and they wanted me to write about RDP houses, and they wanted me to write about whatever they thought was black. They didn't consider that, hey, maybe this woman was actually raised by colored people. Maybe she's actually talking about real people. Maybe these are not stereotypes. So the question is, who's the racist then? They're the problem. I'm not the problem. My family just refused to abide by apartheid's rules. We had homes in Rondebosch, in Constantia. During apartheid, we basically, you know,
were soft.
Whatever.
We were soft.
I wouldn't say we were soft, because being under apartheid, you're never soft.
Oh, yeah.
And the thing is, one person being in pain, you can never be soft.
Yeah.
You can never be soft. All the accumulation, all the houses she was buying was for us to have a better life.
Yeah.
And to be useful. Kwabanye abantu, which is what I do.
Yeah.
So it was never soft. And also, I mean, maybe I'm romanticizing the whole being banished to the Landuza, to the rural areas. It hurts.
Yeah.
It hurts, because obviously you don't forget about the fact that I'm in a car with two men, and one of them is driving, and the other one is molesting me. And those are things that we don't talk about, because we want to be happy. We want everything to, you know, you want your life to be normal. You want to be like everyone else.
Your parents are in America.
My parents are in America, my grandmother's wherever. You know, people are busy. You can't be telling them, bye, he was what.
No ways, you got molested.
A few times. A lot of women get molested. All the time. And this is a person who got molested, and every single year she was going back to the same place. And every single year I knew it would happen, but I had to go there because it was also peace from Cape Town, because there were problems in Cape Town as well. That's why I had to get away. I mean, you know, the whole thing of like being stuck in different boarding schools does sort of like make you feel a bit like a loser and a reject and an outcast. You know what I mean? So things did happen, but we were talking. What were we talking about?
I can't remember, but that's fucking deep.
Yeah, no, it was deep.
How much rape do you think happens in the industry? Like, how many women do you think?
I think it's such a sick industry that, I mean, I wrote about it in my book, Siren. It's such a sick industry that I know a lot of people work. I mean, they sleep for work. You know, they have to have sex with people for employment. And those are things that obviously would never be offered to Kuli robbers, because Kuli robbers uzawuxela wonke umuntu MacG befuna ulana. Ndandifuni because kuthiwa ngohlobo ufana noSol.
You and I need to have a meeting. This thing that you think I've got to smoke.
No, okay, I apologize.
And you can
Doesn't
see it, you
fly.
got front view, eh, boy?
I know. Starting to miss my vibrator. Go on.
That's crazy.
Yeah, no. So women get. I was watching your podcast with a celebrity who was going on about, oh my gosh, you know, when you're vulnerable, that's when you're most, accessible. And I was thinking, you know, that's exactly how women are treated all the time. And we just smile and we wave and we continue with life.
You can say so.
Yeah, so amazing. You know, that's how we get treated all the time.
Yeah.
Like you're telling someone that you're vulnerable, and that's when you are most.
You know, it's crazy. I don't think that moment was that big, because when it happened to me at the time, even now, I was like, oh, I didn't think it was that deep.
I understand. It probably wasn't, because, I mean, you know, he's a mate. He's not. You don't see him as a lecherous ex-con. But
Yeah.
the point is that that's what happens to women all the time.
Shit.
And people are doing it with smiles.
Yeah. And a contract.
Yes, and a contract.
Yeah.
And Mamela, you're busy posing with someone, and you're posing. It's an official picture. They've got their ass and they got their hand and you're behind, and there's nothing you can do but smile.
Wow.
Yeah.
Sure.
But it is what it is, and as women, we are. I don't know. God gave us the strength to just. For me, it's about the kids. We've got to look after our kids, and unfortunately, we have to. If we find ourselves in situations we don't want to be, we can't get out because we need the income for the kids.
Yeah. Did you ever have to write a story about Nhlubi? Like a bad story about it?
No. My sister hates interviews. She hates Landuza.
Yo, Mara, I'm coming here
Wait, she
with
hates-
a scoop. I'm like, Nhlubi did this.
No, babe. Listen to me. If anything is written about my sister, whether I'm dead or alive, she'll blame me.
Oh.
There are so many things I don't get told because you are tits. They don't tell me anything.
Because I was watching the interview you did with Gary Cliff, and Unati was there, and she was mad because you wrote some stuff about her. But it was your job.
Well, I don't know what she's talking about.
Yeah.
I don't know what she's talking about, but it was my job, and I want to apologize to Unati because I was quite angry with Unati. What happened with Unati is that Unati got scammed. Someone called her and said, "Hi, I'm Kuli Roberts. I'm calling from Auntie's phone. I don't have any money. Please, can you deposit some money for me?" She deposited the money.
What's that guy's name? What? Fuck, what's that guy's
I don't
name?
know who it was. No, there was someone else who scammed me.
It's not Ntobsi.
Ntobsi scammed me as well.
It was him.
No. There wasn't Ntobsi who scammed Unati.
There's another guy.
Yes.
How many guys are there?
Babe, let's continue with Unati. So what happened was then Unati deposited the money. And then a couple of weeks later, she called me. She's like, Kuli, I don't want to be, awkward or anything, but I'm like, girl, what you talking about? And she's like, and you used Auntie's phone saying that your phone was broken. I'm like, but why wouldn't you
Call me
or something,
Yeah.
And also, if you say that you're owed 4,000, how was it given to you? Because the e-wallet, the maximum is 3,000.
Yes.
And I was given to you, and also surely you should have the number. And if it was an EFT, you should have that. So I was like, girl, I don't know what you're going on about, but never phone me again.
You said that?
I said that to her because I hate being accused. I was accused a couple of years ago, but yeah, I stepped to Vuyambul. It's like, come on, guys. Not that it makes a difference to my class or anyone else. But the point is that never happened.
Yeah.
And so
And you're a proud woman.
and I'm a proud woman, and also I've got taste. And let me choose my, who I'm gonna sleep with. So I just want to apologize to Nazi because I think I shouldn't have been as angry as I was, but I just felt accused.
Yeah.
And I apologize profusely, Unachi, and that's the end of that.
How are you related to Nati with
She
Bad
married
Boy?
my brother. My
Bad Boy
cousin,
is your brother?
He's my cousin. But we were basically raised as siblings because remember everyone was overseas.
So how
Thomas!
is she-
Thomas, yes.
Yeah, dog. Thomas is Kubi's cousin, meaning her sister. So, all cousins, somehow.
Oh, wow.
So how would Unati not know your voice then? How would she get scammed?
Babe, the whole thing is bizarre.
It's weird.
The whole thing is weird. Because ultimately, how would you not know my voice? And
Your
also,
family.
why wouldn't you phone the number? Okay?
Yeah, your family.
It was all very, very strange. It was all very odd.
Someone milked Unati. But
Someone milked her. And that's the only reason I apologized to her because I was very angry that I was being accused.
Yeah.
Because Guto Kuli, and I'm like, I've never phoned you in my life. What are you talking about? I didn't even know whose number this was. And you're busy accusing me of Banti Bodegmali Gue.
Who's what's this guy? Ntobsi guy.
Oh, Ndobsi. Oh, gosh.
Is he still around?
Oh, gosh, Ndobsi's probably still around. Ndobsi is a young guy. And,
Fuck, do you know about Ntobsi, dog?
No, I don't know.
Do you know?
Listen to this. Yeah, listen to this.
So basically, you go out and you meet people and you're nice to them, and Ntobsi then started leeching on, as in like never leaving my side. Fine, and then you go to the ATM and you make transactions. Ganti Ntobsi is like this.
Oh, gosh.
So one day, I'm driving home. I hear my phone going. I'm like, what the hell is going on? I look down. Transactions, Abo Aldo's, Abo Landuza. He basically stole my card and he was using it at MacG and at Aldo's. And the police have footage of him, but they say that, oh no, there's nothing that they can do because they can't find him. This is Ntobsi. Then I forgave Ntobsi. 4 years later, someone sends me a picture of Ntobsi. Ntobsi is having the time of his life. He's in Landuza in, what do you call it? He says it's in Clifton, but Musekai Licha. And so I posted the picture saying that this is what Ntobsi did to me. Next thing, I get a phone call from this woman. Hi, Kuli. Please can we sort out the whole Ntobsi incident? He's very, very sorry. He knows how much you liked him, and he's very, very sorry. And he would like to make amends because he has a job now. He's dating this married man, and this is this married man's name. I'm not going to divulge it because, it's just, that's exactly what Ntobsi wants.
Yeah.
He's married to this married man. No, first it was a phone call. Then it was like, oh, no, I've got bad signal. So let me do the WhatsApp. So then we had the conversation on WhatsApp. Then I decided, okay, you know what? Let me phone you. So I phoned and I'm talking to this person. I'm like, Ntobsi, I can hear it's you motherfucker. I got scammed twice by the same person.
What?
Scammed me twice.
So who's the guy who'd call your celebrity friends and say, "Hey, I need money."
Dobsy.
Yo.
Dobsy would phone the summer awards people and say, I'm like, hi, it's Kuli. The other thing is, Dobsy is very good at disguising impersonations. And he would, Landuza, and also now I sound like a man. So he'd be like, hi, this is Kuli Roberts. Can I have some tickets for the summers, please? And they would leave them somewhere. And then obviously Kuli Roberts would never.
MacG products.
I need some MacG products. He did the same thing. I need some MacG products. He went to, I don't know what radio station she works for, Shadow Twala in Cape Town, pretending to be my cousin. Untobeko.
So maybe it's Ntobzi then who scammed Unati, claiming he was you.
It's very, very possible. It's very, very possible.
Nah, definitely. It can't be a scam around. And
my question is though, how are you scammed of $4,000 if you don't have the EFT to prove if you can't trace it?
So you're saying the scam possibly never happened?
I don't know what's going on. It's all bizarre.
And it's still going on, or it's done now.
I blocked her.
And she's divorced, you know.
She's still family. She'll always be family.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
But I did apologize profusely. But she'll always be family.
Well, you know,
but why would you apologize?
No, I blocked her, but I love her. She's my family.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're allowed to block family. She's my family.
Yeah. You're probably gonna see her tonight at dinner or whatever.
No, the point is that I whenever I see her, I'll go on my knees and I'll apologize profusely. Yeah. That's what family does.
Did you ever get any beefs with like some of the people that you wrote about, like death threats or anything like that?
No, not death threats, but just people not misunderstanding me. Once I wrote that, "Oh, Oskido, you clean up well." He didn't get it at all.
Yeah.
He thought it was an insult.
He was pissed. Oskido.
He was pissed.
But it sounds like an insult.
No.
Clean up well?
You clean up well.
Yeah, he's not the best dressed guy.
No, that's not what I meant at all. Basically, you clean up well means you look great. Irrespective, well, I suppose you can't say irrespective because you would have seen his previous outfits. But the point was it was a compliment. And
he's not phased about the way he looks.
Well, clearly he is. But people get upset. People don't invite me to functions because, oh my gosh, Kuli, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, dude, I'm 50, I don't give a fuck.
You spoke about being blacklisted. Who blacklisted you?
Well, obviously, I can't confirm who blacklisted me because they'll always deny it.
Yeah.
So I don't know who blacklisted me, but I know I was.
Who do you believe blacklisted you?
I'm not going to tell you either, but I know I was. I was told I was.
Did you care?
No, because I come from a supermarket. I can do a lot of things.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I honestly didn't give a fuck. On some I serve a living God. I had a sangoma the other day send me a DM saying, they've been lawyering you for years. Don't. But just keep praying. I'm like, okay, cool, great.
Do you remember the Sangoma's name? Because a Sangoma tweeted me also, DM'd me.
Yeah.
About Kuli?
No, about me.
Oh.
I don't know. I've got it on my phone though.
Please,
because
I'm on my phone now. I'm on Twitter. It's probably, and I was like, scammer.
Was it Toles Mo?
Nah. I think Toles Mo has got his own problems.
It's Mama something, based on Santon, which I found weird.
Yeah, it was someone.
By the way, I love Toles Mo, man. That was just a joke.
No, of course.
For the sake of content.
No, of course, content.
Yes.
Content, he better behave himself. Content. Calm down, man. What's wrong with you? Mr. Pink. What the hell?
Are you looking for the sangoma? Why are you singing a sangoma, Kuli?
I was not singing a sangoma. I was sitting minding my own business, and this woman just sent me a random DM saying, people are like those are their bag lawyer, and people want to see your demise, and people they hate you, blah blah blah. Oh my gosh, this is also
Lala, have you seen a sangoma, Lala?
I've been told by a lot of people that I should get into that realm, but because I don't come from a family that believes or knows, I suppose they probably know, but doesn't.
But you're not answering my question. I've said, have you seen one?
No.
You've never?
No.
You've never consulted?
I've been told to.
Is it?
Apparently things are blocking my success. They don't even know what my success is, what my concept of success is.
Yeah.
So don't define things and don't scare me by saying your success is being blocked. My success is not to have 700 couches. I'm not so easy.
Yeah.
So the point is that let me be me.
Yeah.
And if people are blocking me, let them block me.
Yeah.
Let them do them.
Did you find the sangoma?
No, after she inboxed me, I then changed. I closed my DMs. So now I think I need to open them because there was like a DM request.
Oh, okay.
But I'll find it.
No,
Cool.
she told me.
Listen,
but-
you're very opinionated about a lot of things, right?
Yeah, but I want to be nice.
Okay, I'm just gonna give you topics.
Yeah.
And tell me what you think.
Okay.
Ageism.
I experience it all the time because I look like this. I'm supposed to be in traditional way. I was actually told this. You can't be walking around in skimpy clothes. Ageism is everywhere. And ageism is understandable because South Africa's got, it's a young population. So they see about Kuli Roberts in their little G-strings. They answer, I'm like, oh my gosh, go. And meanwhile, they're busy trying to sell slimming products. It's like...
But I think one thing these young kids don't understand is longevity.
Longevity.
I respect that,
they don't
man.
get it. They don't get it at all. They think back. Well, I suppose because of social media, they're becoming millionaires
Overnight.
So they think they don't need to learn or take any interest on
Pay school fees.
Exactly. On how things are done properly.
Yeah.
On how people are treated.
Yeah. Couch casting.
Couch casting is still happening. Couch casting is still happening, especially with the yellow ones. And unfortunately, with the state of the nation, the state of the country, the pandemic, and the economic situation, people are selling their.
How come no one ever speaks about it? I've spoken to so many people.
Well, they're not going to speak about it because their jobs are on the line. You and I don't care. They hate us anyway.
Yeah.
Fuck.
What do you think needs to happen to end that? Because in this day and age, I don't understand how that's still happening.
Well, it's happening because women are desperate. It's happening because men are powerful, and it's happening because there are enablers everywhere. I mean, if you were doing that kind of, if you were feeling up my thigh right now, would Saul say anything? Would he stop you?
No, not at all.
Exactly.
He'll keep on going, boy. Higher and higher.
The point is that
Deeper and deeper. No, let's be honest.
no. The point is that I find that a lot of men are enablers. They will watch something happening to you and they won't say anything because nobody wants to be awkward. I mean, the woman doesn't want to be awkward herself, and then it's worse. The men around her don't want to be awkward because nobody wants to lose their job.
But couch casting happens it's a private thing. It's you and the director.
Behind closed doors.
Yeah, I know,
closed
but
doors.
the thing is, but oh my gosh, I slept with Saul. But
Oh yeah, because that's why you do it.
yeah, baby.
That's
They
why you
brag,
do it.
they brag, but I got
Yeah.
Saul,
You think it's still rife?
Of course it is. It'll always be right. If people are looking for employment, people are looking for money, people are looking for jobs.
I was saying
They'll do anything.
I was saying to Saul the other day, right? They fired Sumizi or they let him go because of the bullshit that he's going through right now, right? But the same people that let him go, what are they doing? They're probably doing far worse, right?
It's a matter of not getting caught.
What do you mean?
Like,
did they give a waiter a lift and take him to Indriaki and end up in court?
They didn't get caught.
Like
They didn't get caught. They didn't get caught.
Yeah.
They didn't get caught.
That's what I mean.
The thing, you know
it's
what?
like, oh, you got caught. Sorry. You know.
No,
what I mean? Even though
I-
they're doing the same thing.
I don't. I understand. It's all too much for me. I mean, where does the line is blurred? Where's the difference between a personal life and Ilanduza umsebenzi? Surely if he and Mohale patch things up, are they going to take him back? Do you know what I mean? It's all too much. It's all too much. Why are they involved?
Ungena.
Bangenapi. And also, where's the evidence? Because I can say, "Wow, you molested me." Obviously, that won't be possible because we've heard about your dick as well. So the point is that it's
Turn off the camera. I need to show her something.
please, guys, please turn it off. I need to laugh.
Do you remember when I met you?
We're in the parking lot. What with Savannah? I'm like,
I don't know what you were doing. I think you were doing real composer, Vuzu.
Oh, gosh, this is years ago then.
Yes.
Please tell me.
It was the first time I met you.
Do tell me.
So I just got fired. I think it was YFM or 947. She came up to me before we recorded. She's like, Lala, don't worry, you're going to be fine. I'm like, oh, thank you, Kuli. I haven't heard that in years,
Wow, man.
I just got fired. That means a lot. Cameras went on. Hey, Lala, why did you get fired? You remember that? It was an event.
My baby, excuse me, you're the same one when what's her name? Miss Loliwe Uzahara was going on about her drinking. Wait, so are you still drinking? I'm like, no. She already said she doesn't want to talk about it. No, I think what was it? What was the show called? Headline was fantastic.
You remember?
Yes. Headline was fantastic.
Yeah.
Because we just ambushed you guys.
Yeah.
We ambushed, and obviously some people wouldn't invite us to their functions because you're supposed to be like, ask them, so who you wearing? We don't give a fuck who you wearing. Did you buy it? Did you pay the designer? Because designers are complaining out there. That's what we wanted to know.
Yeah. But I appreciate it. It meant a lot. Coming from you,
my love,
man.
the thing is that you're always going to succeed. I mean, look at all these big names are coming to you. I mean, you were yourself from then.
Yeah.
And one thing you mustn't forget, ukhulele a supermarket like myself.
Yes.
Abantu uyabazi.
Yes.
Abantu uyabazi. Akomntu moyikayo. Akomntu
Yes.
phezulu kunawe.
Yes.
I mean, I've been the till girl. I've been the packer. I've done everything. I've scratched in people's bags in the bag counter. Those bag counters that they had. They still have them now. But we just move on.
Yeah, 100%.
Because siyazazi and siyazithanda.
Weight loss.
Oh,
Everybody's
weight loss.
talking about your weight loss. What's going on?
Well, darling, people should be talking about my movie, Angelina.
Yes.
Angelina is about 4 amazing, amazing women. Well, they're very, very poor. This one is me. The role I play is Tina. She's a prostitute.
Are you dissecting?
Excuse me?
Are you dissecting?
What do you mean dissecting?
Digressing.
Digressing? No. No, I'm trying. Dissecting. It's not your first language. It's not your first language. Dissect when I'm more. Dissect when I did. Lala. So when you were dissecting, so basically, I was doing a movie called Angelina.
Yeah.
And this character is called Tina. And she lives in a caravan, and she's poor, and she's a prostitute, and she's practically a street person, and she's skinny. She's not obese. She's not a size 34. So I got skinny for the role. What do they call it? Method acting. Do you know what I mean? I got the method right.
So you've been method acting for a while?
For a while, but for like a couple of years.
Yeah.
No, yes, I lost the weight for the movie, and also all the changes in my
man, don't lie.
all the changes in my life.
You lost weight before the movie, don't
Did
you?
I?
Yeah, you did.
It's been
You've
a
been
minute.
losing, yeah.
Have I?
Yeah.
I think it's the stresses in my life.
For real.
I think it's the stresses. Also, I'm the kind of person who will sit for like 3 days and then realize, oh my gosh, I haven't eaten.
For real. Bro, but what kind of stresses? Your life looks perfect.
No, I stress myself out. It's the smallest things.
But every woman does that.
The smallest things, like, oh my gosh, I'll forget to pay my electricity, and because I'm on prepaid, because in Pretoria they estimate by the size of your house. They don't care whether you live with a small person or whatever. They just estimate. So now I'm on prepaid. So I was stressed about things like that. I mean, I get stressed about the fact that I'm alone. I'm single. I'm alone. My kids have left. My nest is empty.
Oh, shit, you're alone. They've left.
No, don't laugh and say, shit, you're alone, they've left. It's horrible. Yeah. I'm all alone in this house, and
You and your dildo.
Me, my dildo.
Vibrator.
My
Oh,
vibrator.
What do you call it?
My vibrator.
Shakes.
Yeah, no, I'm having... Sis. No, so I've been stressed for a while. And also, I think I'm
So it's not
stressed.
depression.
It's probably depression as well.
Wow.
Do you see a psychiatrist?
I'm on antidepressants.
So you don't see a
I
psychiatrist?
don't anymore. I used to. Right now, I don't have that much money to be spending on psychiatrists. So I spend it on other things like my flat and my house.
I started seeing one like 2 months ago. You finally referred me.
No, you need to talk to someone.
Yeah, man. It's good, eh?
Yeah, you need to talk to
Sure.
someone. I used to, but then, obviously I had to prioritize.
Yeah.
That's why. And the thing is, there's nothing wrong with downsizing black people. There's nothing wrong with having a car one day and not having it. Being able to see a psychiatrist and not being able to. It's called life.
You downsized.
What?
Your life.
I had to.
You lied.
I had to.
Kuli.
I had to.
No way.
Look, I just told you, we spoke about it. I downsized and I sold my car.
Yeah, but that's just a car, man.
And then I got rid of DSTV because I'm not going to be paying 1,000 rand.
So you're not going to see this episode on Channel O?
No, I probably won't. Because I'm poor.
I'm watching at my place.
No, I probably won't see it on Channel O, babe, because I don't have DSTV.
Yeah.
And I know you can have different kinds of bouquets, but I mean, it's like, if I don't have the 1,000 rand one, I don't want it.
But don't you find that life is more enjoyable when you downsize? You appreciate the little things.
The thing is, I've always appreciated the little
yes,
things.
yeah.
Remember our
You're not
background.
materialistic.
No,
Yes,
no.
yes.
I mean, our Gucci and all. We've known about these things for decades. You know what I mean? So It made no difference in my life. I mean, now I'm just on Netflix, and I don't even pay for the Netflix because I'm downsizing, so my kids must pay because he lives overseas and he's got euros.
Yeah.
So he pays for the Netflix.
Yeah.
I just use his Netflix.
Yeah.
And he sends me money every month. I love my life.
All right, cool. Next topic. What do you say?
No, I won't stop.
Eh?
I won't stop. Kaloku sathetha kakhulu sabini.
Eh.
Instead of too much.
Ndando.
Next topic.
Casual.
Thatha.
Jeez.
Celebs taking things personally.
Celebs taking things personally. I think some celebs, I think the younger generation have been warned about me. Oh, be careful of Kuli Roberts. She'll write horrible things about you and then she'll come and smile. Duh. I mean, why am I not smiling? I'm not gonna write a horrible thing about you and still be like grumpy about it afterwards. I'm gonna smile. I'm like, did she see it? The point is that it's not a lie. It's just, a different
I'm
perspective.
glad she never wrote about us. Hey, you would have killed her.
Read the paper on Sunday. The point is that yes, they take it personally, and yes, they have a right to take it personally because it's about them. And a lot of them, they're trying out and they feel that Ukuli might have so much power that she's gonna make me lose gigs.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So they do take it personally, and they're allowed to take it personally because they're human.
So now with social media, people write personal shit about you. Do you take that personally?
Do I take it personally? I just block them.
So you do?
I do.
Nah.
I do.
Do you not feel how they were feeling when you were writing shit about them?
No. No, because I make sense.
Okay.
And now they were dissing me about my weight. And at the same time, busy selling slimming products. It's like,
it's like, which one?
must I be fat? Must I be thin? What do you want? I was called a para boy. They said I look like biltong. But I look hungry all the time. But it's like strange things. Meanwhile,
Why are you reading all this shit, bro?
no, because firstly I'm a writer.
Yeah.
And secondly, it's interesting because if you think about it, everybody wants to be thin. So everything that they're saying is just like ludicrous. Because they're all on diets. And they're going on about how thin Kuli Roberts is. And ultimately, I'm a size 32 now, which is annoying because I was a size 30. You get used to it, being tiny.
Yeah, why is it that when black people get thin, we think, they have HIV or they're sick or
No,
something? What's wrong with that?
No.
Stigma.
It's a stigma.
Yeah.
It's very this is why Abelung was this is bang. Nonsense like that. Oh, so they thought I had HIV?
No, I'm just saying. I'm not just saying. I'm just saying.
I mean, if you think about it, it's 2021. Even if I had HIV, so what?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
There's corona.
Exactly.
The worst thing, babe, the worst thing, and I shouldn't have said it. So there's these two amazing brothers. One's HIV positive and the other one's got Landuza had corona. And I was like, oh my gosh, imagine if you tell me.
That's filthy. I'm not laughing. Mesh, cut that
No, I'm not laughing, yeah. Please cut that out. Please cut that out.
Never cut anything out.
No, the point is that HIV, corona, Ebola, whatever, these are things zomhlaba azaga nazo.
Exactly.
So if you are at home and you've got HIV or Ebola or whatever, you didn't bring them. You're not the first one. You're not going to be the last one to have it.
Yeah, because they want to wipe us out.
Babe, do you know what? How I feel, I was watching Noah last night.
Oh, yeah?
On Netflix. And you know what? If they want to wipe us out, let's go. We are disgusting anyway. These 10-year-olds are pregnant. These 10-year-olds are being... not these 10-year-olds are pregnant. These 10-year-olds are being raped by people they know. Life as man, look at what happened there. We allowed our own family members to die. Because, of course, family members need to take accountability. You can't just go and say, I went to see MacG and he lost 20 kilos. And I thought, that's a great look for summer. No. You take MacG out of that place and you bring him home. Accountability.
What do you think about the black race?
Well, I think it's a beautiful race. I just think that the black race has been persecuted so much that when I see a black person being pushed in a trolley and like whirling around, it makes my world. I want black people to have fun. I want black people to stop taking themselves so seriously. And I understand why. They've had to fight harder than everyone else. And we still have to fight harder than everyone else. You go to Heathrow, you're a black person. The black and the black Muslim lesbian, imagine. Hell. So as a black person, I love being a black person, and I just want black people to have fun, because black people all over this planet have been oppressed. Having
married a white man, do they get it?
What?
Like white people? Like,
no, white people are not, what's the word? They're not family members. They don't know each other. It's not a generalization on some, like, white people like chocolates, white people like lollipops. There are different kinds of white people. And he was not a South African. He is not a South African.
They're the nicest ones, eh? The ones from overseas. Yeah.
I mean, what am I going to do? Date a white South African? Who does that?
True.
Peter, Jan.
Verstaan jy? Verstaan jy? No, so he was Welsh, and they called them the blacks of Europe.
Yeah.
And
the Welsh guys.
The Welsh, yeah, I don't know. But
even the Irish guys. No?
Yeah, I don't know about that bit, but I know the Welsh, they call them that. I could be wrong, but hey, these things happen. I won't be the first one who was wrong. I won't be the last. Anyway, he was just a guy, he just happened to be white and Welsh. It wasn't I'm going to look for a white guy because I want to have mixed race children, because I don't want my children to be dark like me and to be insulted like me. He was just a nice guy.
Oh yeah, you met him in high school. Yeah.
No, I met him at varsity, yeah.
Why did you tell your parents though that you were getting married?
No, Galu, you don't tell your parents. You tell the aunts that they hate.
Eh?
You manipulate.
But your parents must. Who's gonna walk you down if it's not your father?
Babe, I got married during my lunch hour.
What do you mean?
That hour that you take to eat. I was on some. I'm not eating. We're going to the Landuza, to the magistrates, and we're gonna go get married. And that's what we did. And then I came back to work with confetti in my hair.
Two of you?
Yeah.
No family?
We had a witness. No family.
You need a witness.
No family.
Who was the witness?
My assistant.
Wow.
Natalie. Hi, Nat. She's doing very well. She's living in Saudi Arabia. She's so wealthy.
Does he still recognize you now, or he still doesn't recognize you?
No, he recognizes me now because I'm wearing makeup. That day he didn't recognize me. I wasn't wearing makeup. Sick. No, do you know what happened? I just arrived from Durban and I saw him at the airport and I went to give him a big hug and he's on something like this. Who's this? I'm like, it's Kuli, your ex-wife. He's like, oh my gosh. Because also I think it was the weight loss.
It
was the weight loss. So he didn't recognize me. He thought I was like some 25-year-old. And I'm like, it's me, your ex-wife, these babies. But he does recognize me, but he doesn't really like me.
South African industry, entertainment industry, is it evolving? Is it growing? What do you think?
I think it's evolving. I think it's growing. I'm loving what I'm seeing with the Mihlales. I'm loving the fact that
I'm shocked you know Mihlali. Wow.
I love Mihlali. I've known her uncle for years.
Oh, for real?
Ulanduzu Sonabile Ndamase, who made the shirts for Utad Madiba. Yes, I've known that family for years. So I went to New York with Sonabile about 10 years ago, and one bolega $1. Every time he sees me, ufuna $1 yakhe.
Yeah.
Very awkward.
It's very awkward.
20 years later, he still wants his $1. He's a lovely guy. I love Sonabile Ndamase. Yes.
Yeah.
No, I think it's evolved. I love what's happening with social media. I love the opportunities that black people are getting. I love the promos that kids are getting. I love the fact that I love the Black Pride.
Yeah.
I love the industry. I love the products. Can I mention them?
Yeah.
I love Drip. I love Batsu. I love the fact that black people are doing their things. They're given the opportunity. They have the opportunities now to create their own brands, and they're creating their own brands. What is it? Limpopo, Mpumalanga. They're all creating gin.
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Do you own any Drip or Batu?
I have Drip, yes, I have Drip because I actually met him on Twitter.
Likao,
the owner of Drip.
Yeah,
I met him on, I'm so proud of him. I met him on Twitter and he was selling chickens.
Chickens? chickens. Live chickens, or like
Live chickens. And I was excited because like I do horses, Venglane, and I've decapitated like thousands of chickens. So like when I saw chickens, I was like, woohoo, maybe I can decapitate it. Anyway, so he was selling live chickens, and I was on. So I'm like, oh, okay, I'd love some chickens, and obviously I bought them frozen because he was selling them for me to cook, not for me to have at home. And
that's amazing, eh?
And
no one knew him at that time.
no one knew him.
That's amazing.
This was last year.
Yeah.
This was last year. This was last year.
Man, maybe 2 years ago.
Oh, 2 years ago.
2020, maybe 2019. Yeah.
Okay, I've got the pictures. Anyway, well, it was not 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was not 3 years ago.
2019,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
So dude brought the chickens to my house. I'm like, oh, cool. Cool. Next thing, dude is on. So I'm like, I'm making sneakers. I'm like, okay, cool. Let me help you out there as well.
What a leap.
Wow.
Yeah. So I'm proud of the fact that this man came from chickens to amazing shoes.
You know he's got a warehouse now in Midrand. Have you seen
Babe,
that?
every time I walk by, I drive past this, I'm like, this, umona, papa, umona. I close that window. Tinted. Damn. Satana, babati. Yeah, no, I'm very proud of him. I'm very, very proud of him.
That's the good side of social media. Cyberbullying. What's your take on that?
The thing is that, you shouldn't take them seriously. Half the time, these people are 12 years old. Half the time, they're sitting under a tree. Half the time, they're like high on something. Half the time, they've just beaten. They've just been beaten in a fight by their their mates.
And it's not about you.
And it's not about me.
It's whoever rocking today.
Exactly. Who we rocking today?
Who rocking?
And so I just block. What I do is I block all their followers.
You block all of their followers?
Yeah, because I'm like Herod like that. Remember when Herod went around looking for Jesus?
Yes,
with his sword,
all the baby
killing all the
boys.
boy children.
So if I have 10,000 followers, you're going to block all my 10,000 followers?
Well, eventually.
For real?
But obviously, if you have 10,000 followers, I'll probably block like 100, then get bored.
That's not all of them.
No, but are people with like 20 followers. But I'm going to block your followers! 20 people. Obviously, I'm not going to be on some, Bonang, I'm going to block your followers. Like, huh? Yeah, so it's toxic. And of course, we take it personally sometimes, but we must just remember it's not about you, it's about that person.
Radio. What do you think about radio right now?
I love radio. I'm not really listening to it right now. I'm just listening to.
So how can you love it if you don't listen to it?
I love it because I love the personalities, I suppose.
Which personalities?
My cousin, Bad Boy T, and Skumbo and Kaya. Yeah, I'm very proud of them.
Perfect match.
Perfect match.
Yeah,
Perfect match.
yeah.
Perfect match.
It's like they're polarizing, like in terms of the total difference.
Yes.
But when they come together,
the mix is beautiful. No, they're absolutely incredible. And I'm also very proud of my, my female friends who are on radio, on various stations, whether it's in the Eastern Cape or Johannesburg. I'm just happy for people to be working, man.
Anele, you happy?
Anele, I'm happy for Anele. I'm happy for Anele. I mean, Anele has just taken over. Anele is like,
do you know how much money she's making?
For me, it's not about money.
Oh, yes.
Good for her. I hope she's making like 30 million a minute.
Yeah.
She deserves it.
Yeah.
Everybody deserves it.
Do you remember?
I'm not impressed by people's money.
Yeah, I know.
It's their hearts.
Yeah.
I don't give a damn if you're making 30
Whose
million a
hearts
day.
do you like in the industry? Give me 5 hearts.
Florence.
Masebe.
All
right.
KG.
Who's KG?
Muketse.
Who's that?
She's a radio personality.
Oh,
KG.
Umuto.
Okay, yes.
KG, the actress as well.
I don't know her.
Where the fuck are you from?
Netflix.
Most people.
That's 3. Give me 2 more. Robert Morale.
Robert is cool. I find Sbu cool.
Did you speak?
Yeah, I find Sbu cool. Calling everyone Grootman. I think he accidentally called me Grootman. No. Everyone's cool. I have no problems with anyone.
Training SA, what happened? Yeah.
Training SA, what happened? I think what happened with Training SA is that we were costing them too much. And we were costing them a lot.
But it was worth it.
Exactly.
Because after he left, it didn't trend.
Exactly.
You sound like Zahara there. Exactly.
But are you still drinking? Mamela Jonga. Yeah, no, losing Training SA was terrible because, as Saul was saying, that Training SA could have lasted for decades and decades and decades.
Yeah, because there's something trending.
Exactly.
Every week. Yeah.
But I also understand why they had to try and
How
find...
much were you charging? You can say it now. I mean, it's not like you're earning that now.
Exactly.
How do you know?
Yeah. You just said you don't have DSTV, you're dumb.
Babe, Galo, come on, supermarkets. Which black woman do you know is going to tell you they've got money? Which Xhosa woman is going to tell you they've got money?
Okay, can I guess? Tell me if I'm right or wrong. 80K a month?
No, man.
120.
Yeah.
Phew.
Fuck hell! Why did they call me?
Okay, no, you needed to get fired.
Do you know, we needed to get fired. We needed to get fired. But the point is that had they spoken to us, maybe we could have negotiated. But there was no negotiation. It was like, straight down to that.
Yeah.
You know?
And then they just went B-list after that.
Yeah.
It was sad.
Now it was, remember, 20, 10, or Favor. You know those Favor?
But I just want to be on TV.
Yeah, platform.
Yeah, I just want a platform. Babe, I've heard about those. People do that.
Yeah.
But I want a platform. I'll do it for free.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit.
It was never the same after you guys left.
No, it was never the same. Yeah. I think also because we were authentic, and I think also what they forgot was that the show was based on us. It was about us, our personalities, our archetypes. Not random celebrities, but Ukuli, no Pabi, no Musa, no Nina. Bona, they thought that anyone could replace us. I mean, they were going on about, oh no, my Blair's going to be the new Kuli. And I'm going, let's see.
Bro, I went to Training and say, first question, I'm like, where's Kuli and Papi? I thought they were here.
I remember that.
You're such an asshole. That was so deliberate. When you knew Basiko, what is why spicy? Everybody else. Are you sure Balibaranga? He was telling like this.
Who didn't you get along with? Because I can tell you and Nina, like even off camera, you guys got along, ne?
I got along with, babe, personalities, it was fine.
Yeah.
Abanye bantu abayifuna. And Nina and I were like,
yes.
And Musa.
Yeah.
Musa's like,
chilled.
He's chilled.
I'm a child star.
Yeah. I'm gonna throw that in there. I'm getting married. We are twinning. What color are you wearing? Love you, Moose. Yeah, so love them. Bobby was fantastic. Just different personalities, but everyone brought.
Who was your worst guest on Training SA?
Oh, the funniest was when one of the guests attacked one of our guest presenters.
You lie.
It was actually a designer, Love you, Baledi, and Paul, the sports presenter.
Yeah.
And they were suddenly out of nowhere.
You kidding?
And of course, instead of stopping it, we on some like
ratings.
Content.
And some like, Magabone, susa stula. I know, babe, let them do their thing. No, we people wanted to be wanted to us to pay them. Some people wanted to be paid to go on the show.
For real?
Yeah, and we were on some like, it's not that kind of country.
Who wanted to get paid?
I can't say.
You can.
No, I can't because I ended up working with him. No, obviously Nonche wanted to be paid because she was a presenter. She was a guest presenter.
Yeah.
But if you're a hoe, if you're a
hoe,
presenter, you work. Oh, jeez, oh. Wow.
No, I'm saying if you're a host, then obviously you're gonna get paid. If you're a host.
ST.
Yes. If you're a hoe, you might get paid too, depending who you
Drop that thing. Oh, you don't have it. Hey, this fucking guy.
And so I'm like, you might be given a goodie bag for hoeing. But at least you got paid.
She wanted us to pay her to be on the podcast. We're like, dude, I saw stay Simo.
No, the thing is, you got to imagine, Usisi has to get her hair done. She's got to get her makeup done. She's got to get into a car. Make it worth a while.
So you think we should have paid you for coming here?
You my little. Jesus Christ. COVID.
Hey, yeah.
No, I love you guys.
Sanitizer, Chief.
I think.
Can we have the sanitizer there?
I think that by asking abantu abaqalayo for imali kukunyoluka.
What does that mean?
It's greed. Wait for them to be driving Lamborghinis, then ask them for things. But abaqalayo bayeke tuqala.
But what does money have to do with telling your story? Because you're just telling your story.
Hayi kaloku as far as she's concerned, ba uzaba se-TV, sabona ngabantu basebhayi.
Who cares about TV?
Abantu basecofa imvaba bazanibona.
Wabona ngifake njani loop, wabona?
Qhelile wena baba. Qhelile wena baba iloop. You think you're a good lay though, because I mean you seem quite confident.
No. I'm one of those where
Manukhala. Uthi ndiyabuya. Sayokhala. That memories.
I don't like to talk a lot.
Oh, you don't, thank God.
Yeah,
I mean, what do they talk about?
Yeah, exactly.
Because I'm like,
Yeah.
Injani baby. I mean, what do you expect?
Yeah.
Trust it.
May I do the
I like
work,
that. I
and
like
then,
that.
yeah.
No, I like that.
Yeah.
Do you have a girlfriend?
Yeah.
Marty, how old is she?
She's how old is she?
He's got like a wifey. He's got like a whole
with her
like
for 8
family
years.
setup.
8 years.
Yeah.
No kids?
Now we've got one.
You've got a kid?
Yeah.
Unangapi?
5.
What does the kid call you?
Dead.
With a straight face?
Father.
Father. And then he arrives like,
Father.
oh, that is so
to
cool,
see you.
Nana.
And he's the total opposite of me. It's so crazy.
Oh,
He makes me. I'm his kid. He's
yeah. Well done, Lala.
Yeah.
How old are you now? 28.
35.
Good Lord. Madalamos.
That's that moment, Yaga Kevin Hart.
Yes. You're 34, by the way.
Yeah.
No,
He's 34.
34.
But we're all the same age, yeah?
Yeah, we are.
No, we're not.
I've said when.
I mean, come on,
And
guy.
excuse me,
She
according
got
to
vaccinated 2 years ago.
No, excuse me. You can go and get vaxxed. Everyone
Now
go
I
get
can.
vaxxed.
You got vaccinated before COVID.
No, nonsense.
You
I
got
only got
vaccinated-
vaxxed last week, babe.
But you
because I'm
qualified
young.
even before COVID.
Excuse me, go to Google now and see how old I am. Go to Google, no, honestly though, so.
You're 50.
Go to Google and see how old I am.
50.
Wait,
She's 38, bro. She's 38.
I'm 38.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Man, no way.
She's 38.
38?
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
83 maybe. I think you're dyslexic.
Jangalala,
It's 83.
Ageism.
Kuli Rob, ageism.
Ageism.
Kuli Rob's age.
Anytime,
Ah,
anytime.
yeah.
Respect the guests.
And then put it up on stage, or on screen. Age, yeah. That's how old I am.
Age doesn't
You're on
matter,
Wikipedia,
man.
eh?
Oh, but don't look at Wikipedia because I haven't looked at it.
Okay, Wikipedia.
I might say things that offend me. I don't want to be
Kuli's
offended.
Robert's bio age, husband, SABC2, net worth, salary.
Okay, don't look at any of that. I mean, apparently my net worth is 16 million,
Dollars.
according to them.
Damn.
Jeez.
Where does it say?
No, it should say Kuli Roberts' age.
Okay.
Look,
Kuli
it says
Roberts'
Kuli
age.
Roberts' career. I don't own any of those things.
Yeah?
What does the age say? Not
Okay,
that I
let me
care,
Google
but since
age.
you're Googling it.
38 years, yeah.
38.
16 December 1982.
Oh, yeah.
Now my daughter's 27. How is that possible?
Whoa!
Back.
Shut
Whoa.
up. Why are you enjoying this age?
I'm not.
Somebody's trying to
You guys are
debunk.
so ages.
All right. I want to talk about something that you're very passionate about. Albinism.
Oh, yes. I wanted to
Yeah?
ask about that. Like, Stop Albinism Killings has been your Twitter handle for like the past 3 years, if not more. And it's a plight very close to you.
15.
Forever, right?
Ever.
Exactly. Like, it's a plight.
And
The
it's not
plight
because
of-
it's in fashion.
No, exactly. It's never been. Like, it's
No,
a
the thing is, Budam, I remember being told by no. Inkawu azisweleki azifi.
They don't die.
They disappear.
Disappear. Like,
And the word inkawu itself is disgusting.
thank you.
And I think that they called them, and I think that they said that they disappear to deter grave diggers. That makes sense?
Yeah.
To deter
So they
grave
don't
diggers.
find them.
Exactly.
Because they use them for immunity. One of
So stop albinism killings is very, very close to my heart. I've got an NPO. I've got an NPO. I've started an NPO. I registered in 2018, and the aim is to look after people with albinism and give them care packs every single month. The sun protection, the hats, get them prescriptive glasses, get them sunglasses. Just basically make sure that they've got a care pack every single month. That's what I want to do with my NPO. It's you know, but we were liberated in 1994. What about the people with albinism? They are still being killed. What about the LGBTI community? They are still being discriminated against. So people with albinism are very close to my heart because we are the only ones who kill them. No other race kills them.
True.
And these are Gabantu.
And they're like us.
And they're like us. They're better than us. I mean, doctors, who are we? I mean, Jesus Christ. You know.
We're average. This
do you know what I mean? These people are doctors. Do you know what I mean? And they need the respect. And they need the representation. And so being Kuli Roberts, because they've always been close to my heart, when I was in 95 or 97, when I was drum fashion editor, I used models with albinism. And I continue wherever I go. Training SA, I talk about people with albinism. The movie I did with Netflix, I begged them to use someone with albinism because every space we go to, we need to look around. Why is everyone not here?
Why do you think it's not landing? Because I've never seen hashtag albinism on Twitter.
Why is it not? I don't put a hashtag. It's a way of life. It's a way of life. It's not about, oh no, it's albinism month. No, it's a way of life.
Every day.
Every single day. Just like every Thursday, I say Happy Lesbian Thursday. And the reason I say that, so that the black man who is a homophobe can know that there are women who like other women. Because abantu abamnyama, we like to use tradition and culture and all sorts of excuses for weirdness.
Insecurity.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we need to be exposed to things. And you may not agree, but you need to know that these things exist. And my reason for supporting people with albinism is because I want Africans to stop killing them, and I want African languages to change what they call people with albinism, because every single name in every single African language for a person with albinism is derogatory.
Can I ask, like you said, Inkao is
it's
a bad
disgusting.
term. From a person who grew up with Kasi, what does Inkao mean? Is it bad? It's a monkey.
Urang utang.
Oh, for real? That's what it is.
It's
Inkao.
disgusting.
Nah, that's bad. That's
It's disgusting.
fucked up, man. That is bad.
And this is from a black person.
No.
About another black person.
Yes,
And when they walk past someone with albinism, but it's inside their shirt, praying that the child doesn't get, if they have a child doesn't have albinism. Meanwhile, it's like genetic. It's like the stupidity.
And there's no end in sight.
Malawi. If Malawi doesn't stop in the year 2025, there's not going to be any people with albinism in Malawi.
What happens in Malawi?
Malawians kill people with albinism as if they've been sent by Satan himself. They hack them up. They've got places of safety for them. But Malawians are just they've gone bonkers. And unfortunately, because our borders are so loose, everyone's here. So they bring their bad habits here. KwaZulu-Natal, Mpumalanga, same story. They kill people with albinism. It's absolutely disgusting.
It is.
These are human beings. We are acting now. We are acting like animals. And what excuses are given? Oh no, for superstitious beliefs. But no, people want to win elections. Come on, you losers. You're not going to win anything anyway. And also, if you had given birth to a child with albinism, would you kill it for elections? No.
Never.
So stop talking nonsense. It's just excuses. You got me heated up there.
Anyway, lastly, I saw you on Bongani Fasi's reality show.
Yeah.
What was going on there? Because you had a lot to say. Like, what's the relationship like with him?
I've always got a lot to say. No, the thing is, Ubongani Fasi is from Cape Town.
Yeah.
I'm from Cape Town.
Oh, okay. And you obviously knew the mother.
I knew the mother. And basically, I went on there to talk about the fact that a lot of people said that they would look after him after his mother passed away, and those people they went AWOL. And then you think about it, but maybe it's understandable that they went AWOL because he's ungovernable. But then, so that's why I was on the show.
Did they manipulate the way the show went?
I don't know. I didn't watch I don't have DSTV.
Oh, yeah.
And you laugh. Saul, couldn't hear you. No, I don't have DSTV.
Yeah. But do you believe that? Because the biggest thing that came out of season 1 was the fact that Lance.
Yes, I actually.
Lance was he
feeding him.
fed him drugs.
Well,
according to
I
Bongani.
did an interview with Lance about that, and I asked him about 6 times. You are given? You get a salary.
Yeah.
What you spend it on is nobody's business. And you can't say people are giving you money to go and buy drugs. People are giving you your salary.
So that's what Lance said.
No, that's the facts. People are giving you a salary. You get a salary, or you get money. You get paid from your pimp or whoever pays you. They give you money. No, not this week. Anyway, so what he does with his money is his own, indaba.
Yeah.
But don't go around tarnishing someone else's name.
But what if that's a fact?
Well, we went in and that's why we did the interview.
What did Lance say?
He said no.
Of course.
Obviously.
No one will ever say, "Oh yes, I make sure that I connect him to a drug dealer."
But what are you gonna say? Are you gonna say yes when you didn't?
No, you won't.
What are you gonna say?
No, you won't. It's true.
What are you gonna say?
There's so many like Crazy Lou, Bongani,
The Les.
Maybe I don't know about the Les,
The
but
point is,
Ishmael, all these guys had drug problems and they were signed to the same record
people
label.
must look after themselves and stop blaming other people on some like this one giving money to this
Are
one.
you scared
At
of
the end of
Lance?
the day,
I'm not scared of
Lance.
Lance. I've known Lance since 1992. I was walking, minding my own business. I was at UCT and Lance heard me speak and he's like, "Oh my gosh, you sound amazing. You look amazing. You've got to come and sing for me." Of course, I sang for him and he says, "Okay, you can leave now."
He didn't offer you drugs.
No, because no.
He thought she was high already.
No. The point is that we should stop. You know what? Like I've said to guys who've come up to me and said, "Oh, you know what, Kuli, I'm gay." I've said, show me the evidence. I want evidence. If you're gonna go around saying that people are feeding you drugs, show me the evidence. I'm sick and tired of people trying to tarnish other people's names. Show
But
me
you
the
don't
evidence.
have evidence that he was not.
Well, I don't, but I have evidence because Lance told me. And I believe him.
That's enough for you.
And that's enough for me.
Yeah. Makes sense.
And Lance has said that he is willing to work with Bongani. Bongani just needs to go to rehab.
Sure, you've never dabbled in drugs, no?
No. No.
In 30 years of the industry.
Babe, look at my personality.
Yeah.
I stopped drinking when? About, 10 years ago? 12 years ago?
And it's been amazing.
Oh, great. I still
I can't imagine you
have 20 years of
Oh,
drinking.
not
drinking.
bad. Me drunk was like 30 times this. I'm happy. Everything's wonderful. And then what happened one day, I bought a bottle of tequila. And I was opening it on. So I'm like, yeah, it's on. We're going to party. And then I looked at it and I'm like, I don't own a bar. Why do I have a bottle of tequila?
You don't own a bar.
I don't own a bar. I don't own a restaurant.
Yeah?
Why do I have a bottle of tequila? Maybe I should have a shot.
Yeah.
But I don't own it. I don't. So then I threw it down the toilet and I stopped drinking.
Whoa, that's weird.
I don't own a bar. Why do I have a bottle of tequila?
Because you'll drink it over a month.
No, I said no more. Because it's got no nutritional value. It's got no value in my life.
Man, when you drink, you feel good.
I feel good anyway.
Oh. Ooh.
Do you know what I mean?
Bars.
I feel good anyway.
Bars that
Bars,
you
don't
don't
leave me
own.
hanging.
That you don't own. Bars that you don't own.
I don't know. You guys are young. I'm not 36. Buzz. I'm still buzzing. Lala. So,
Lala, that's bar. You're right. You feel good anyway.
Lala, people think I'm drunk anyway. People are convinced that I'm drunk anyway. Or high anyway.
Exactly.
And ultimately, this is who I am. And I'm a happy person and I love people and I do strange things. Well, they deem them as strange.
Yes.
But for me, it's fun.
It's natural. It's
Well,
normal.
I want to have fun. I want to play Pac-Man. I want to do whatever. I want
to do the podcast.
Do you know what I mean? I want to do whatever I want to do. And that's what it is.
Fuck, man. And that's why we love you, man.
I can't be. Is this over?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't. I need another 20 minutes. I've got more to say. Ask me about my childhood. There was an amazing interview, my angel.
Yeah?
I'm so proud of both of you.
Is it?
I'm so proud of both
Did I
of
live
you.
up to expectations? I was very nervous.
Lala, what did I say to you, Lala? You're going to be fine, Lala.
Yeah, you did.
How many years ago was that,
You did.
Lala?
And you remember that day?
Yeah.
I remember that day, and I said you're going to be fine.
I've never met you.
Do you know what I mean?
It was the first time, the first words you uttered to me. You were
But
like, you're gonna be fine.
You're gonna, and look at you now.
Yeah.
Because you're Zazi. And because you don't take yourself seriously.
Yeah.
You know, and because,
And the supermarket.
do you know what I mean? And the supermarket, abantu yabazi, abantu baqhelile. You don't see Miss South African go, "Tulani ngangoli."
It's a human being.
It's a human being. So this was an amazing interview, so amazing that I'm like, I thought it was, there's another 30 minutes left. So I'm really, really grateful to you and to you, Mr. Soul with a small penis. I'm very, very grateful to both of you. I think you're doing an amazing job.
Thank you,
and I think you are taking this country to places. And I can't wait to see you guys have Landuza politicians.
So, Pinigo, what are you going to say?
Nah, nothing. I eventually found that
Yes.
lady who DM'd me.
Yes.
Is it Mama Helen?
I don't know, but it's probably Mama Helen.
She starts off by saying, "Good day to you. I'm Mama Helen, professional traditional healer, gifted with visions and powers to heal and help with all problems. I'm based in Santon area."
No, mine went as far as you are being bewitched.
No, it goes on.
Oh, it goes on.
It goes, I can't read it.
Yeah, no, you've probably been
on
bewitched.
about your family members and
Yeah,
this to you.
yeah.
And then at the end, there's the number.
Yeah.
That can erase all of these
Yeah.
But come on, think about it. I mean, how many of us are here? If I DM'd everyone here, I'm like, you are being bewitched.
Scammers.
Babe, now all I did was I went to Twitter and I said, this is what happened to me, and back to sender.
I didn't. I just blocked my...
Back to sender.
Blocked my DMs. No one can...
But what I do find about this town, though, is the tribalism. Hate it.
Yeah, it's
I hate the tribe. And the thing is, I'm from Cape Town, so
Yeah.
I'm a minority.
Bro, I'm just like you, man. Like, it's so crazy. We share the same sentiments. Like, I love traveling.
I love traveling.
I have no care in the world about cars.
No,
materialistic things.
you've been there. You
Rockets.
got the t-shirts.
You know what I
Got
mean?
the t-shirts.
Yeah.
Now we want to give back.
Yes.
We want to give back. We want to look after abantu.
Yeah.
We're in
And-
Kuli house pregnant. How can we give back to our people?
What do you know? Sis. No, we've got to give back and we've got to be nice to each other. And
What do you enjoy doing?
what do I enjoy doing? I enjoy just Netflix.
Nah.
Netflix and chill.
Peace.
That's
Peace.
it. That's it.
Peace. And everyone thinks I'm in everyone's business. Meanwhile, they're phoning me, telling me about this one and this one. And then everyone thinks I know everything. And I only know that everything because they keep telling me.
Yeah. When did you realize this industry is fake? Because it took me a while to
It took me a while as well because I was just working. I wasn't.
Exactly.
Yeah, I was
Just
just
doing your-
working. I was just looking after my kids.
Yeah.
And I think it was when because I got into TV it was just drum days. I was doing the Tosi show for ETV. I think it was around,
Back then.
yeah. There's a competition. And what people forget is that akufuna ukuli, kufuna unathi. And ango unati, ungukuli. That's what people must realize. But I'm not going to go in there on some like, oh yeah, I'll give you some. No, akufuna wena, akufuna
But it's
lamtu.
changing though, eh? With digital.
To tell?
Digital is about your personality.
Yes.
So if you got no personality,
Yeah.
you're fucked.
Yeah.
Yep.
But that's why I want you guys to help me out. I want to do podcasts.
Oh, bro, you're made for that.
Join our network.
man.
No, I want to. I want
Please join our
to.
network.
Yeah.
Especially.
No, she wants to get paid.
No, I get paid.
No.
Fuck this shit.
She's downgraded.
Have you seen my nails?
She's downgraded. She's downgraded.
I need DSTV.
You'll get a sponsor eventually.
I
for
need
your show.
DSTV.
Yeah, but you made for it because you got a personality.
No, I'll do it. No, babe, I'll do it.
You can do it till
Give me a
you're
satellite
80,
dish, I'll
like-
do it.
Yeah?
No, satellite. Give me a DS.
Give me 5 guests you'd want to have on your podcast, like who have really interesting stories.
But that's our point. I find everyone interesting.
Oh yeah, anyone,
And you
even
can bring out the
Exactly.
gardener.
Exactly. Everyone's exciting.
Yeah.
There's something
Yeah.
about everyone.
Fuck,
There's
that's-
something about
You
everyone.
just need to tap into it.
You just need to tap into it. Like with Sophie Ndaba, I love you. Remove those eyelashes.
Yeah. Listen. Since we're chilling with the legend, please pass the mic. If anyone has a question, please ask Kuli Roberts a question.
Or anyone come here.
Yeah,
If
just
you've got a
come
question,
there.
Because I've got the mic.
Boomy,
here.
come. I know you got a question.
There's no
come.
roving mic, but
Yeah, come.
This will be
she's
the
all over
rove-
the place. So she's a chiller. She tells us to come and shoot here. That's all. we
Oh,
do.
wow. I love it.
It's a black-owned space.
Oh,
Yeah.
so you're going to hook me up, ne?
Yeah,
Podcast, yeah.
100%, yeah.
Nice. I love it.
What's your question?
Sure. Firstly, I love you.
Oh, I love you more, Nana.
Love everything about you.
I love you. I'm sorry if I've ever insulted you.
What do you do now, and what's the plan for the future?
To be honest with you, I've never had a plan. Like, people say they have 5-year plans, 10-year plans. I've never had a plan. All I wanted were my kids. That was my only plan. And to be able to look after them. What am I doing currently? I've got a movie coming out on Netflix on the 8th of October, and I'm currently writing for Sunday
Are you going to watch
World.
it with your Sun subscription?
Sure. unless it's not on DSTV. I'm going to watch it with my son's subscription. Yes. And yeah, that's what I'm doing now. Oh, yes, and also my NPO. I keep forgetting. And my NPO, and I have a second-hand clothing shop, and I also have like a costume shop, which you must come to. You've got to come to. I mean, I've got Elvis costumes. I've got all sorts of costumes. So
why are you downgrading with all this shit?
well, levels are downgrading. I mean, come on now.
She's on our level now, so.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. We're on different levels, you know. We're downgraded, but we got shops and we got houses, you know what I mean? But we don't have DSTV.
Oh, Mash. He's our head of video
For the first
production.
time they hear Mash's voice.
Yeah. Angasithuki ngesizulu.
Yeah.
Yini eqhuquzelayo ukuthi uqhubeke nokusebenza kwakho longevity.
Oh, butwam ngabantwana bam, butwam. Ngabantwana bam, ndifuna usebenzela abantwana bam, and also ndikhuliswe ngumakhulu who looked after the community. She had annual functions for the aged Kwalanga for like 15 years. So ngabantwana bam, and also to assist those who need to be assisted. That's why I'm continuously working. That's why I have friends who don't work anymore because they they live a life of leisure.
Yeah, but
Now I will work until I'm 90. I'm not gonna laugh or comment. I will work until I'm 90 because there's people who need my money, and my money goes to charities. I buy them blankets. If I'm not buying them blankets, I'm giving them tracksuits. I have an NPO. We are now starting with these packs for people with albinism. And what gives me what gives me the drive is abantwana bam, and also I am here on this planet to be helpful.
Oh, it's beautiful, man.
Beautiful. Man. Okay, one more.
Do you need a ride home?
On what? On what? On what?
In closing, Kuli Roberts, what do you want to be remembered as?
Yes.
I just want to be remembered.
Please don't crack a joke. Let's be serious.
No. I just want to be. I don't want to be remembered. I want you guys to just look after each other. I want you to look after the people that are downtrodden on and still downtrodden on. I want you to look after the people with albinism. I need you to look after the LGBTI community. I need you to look after black people. I need you to stop insulting black people and saying black people can't swim, because remember that we were the ones saving the sailors when they were settling on this continent. So I need you to please, mbeke up. Love yourself and ubuntu, and also this whole thing of money and materialism and standing on cars while nobody's impressed. You might think they are, but they're not. So ubuntu is the most important.
And just like that, we are trending all over SA.
Beautiful.
Am I lying?
No.
With his small penis, he's not lying.
Hey, round of applause. We are here, podcast and chill.
Wow.